Number one, how to use two apps at one time. So I'm going to have YouTube at the top of the screen, and I'm going to put Google Chrome at the bottom of the screen, just like this. I'm going to tap on the Google icon, open up YouTube, hit the home button, and now I'm going to open up Chrome. There we go, and then hit the home button. Now, tap on the recent apps button here, swipe over to YouTube because I want YouTube to be at the top of the screen. Tap on the YouTube icon and tap on Open in Split Screen View. This will move YouTube to the top of the screen. And then I can simply tap on Chrome right here. And now I've got YouTube open and I have Google Chrome and I can browse Amazon while I'm watching a video. Let's find a video to play here. Let's open up this video right here. And then tap on the screen and tap on this little square to the right, and this will open it into full screen view. Now, that video is going to play, and I can do my shopping on Amazon while I follow the video. Sometimes you just want to listen to the video, so this is just one way to, do two things at one time. You can also take your phone and rotate it in the landscape position like this, and now I can watch this way as well. If you double tap on these three dots in the center, this will allow you to switch what's on the right to the left and vice versa. And when you're all done, you can simply, on the three dots here, just drag to the right, and that will close out the split screen view. And that's how you run two apps at one time. Now, there's another really cool tip here, and this is called pop-out video. This is more of a YouTube feature, but a lot of people don't know about it, so I want to show you. So this YouTube video is playing, and guess what? I can let that video continue to play, and I can do this. So it's playing. I'm going to tap on my home button, and that video is going to shrink down into a pop-up video that I can then move to anywhere on the screen. And now I can use another app in full screen. Maybe you want to do Amazon, but you want to see it much bigger. This is a way to do it and have YouTube as a pop-up on the screen. YouTube can go in any one of the four corners, or it can go in the center of the screen. You can also take your fingers and you can pinch to make that window bigger. So this is just another way to do it. And another tip is that you can actually drag that window off screen, because maybe there's a section that you're just you don't need to see it, you just want to listen to it, and you want to see your other website in full screen. Now YouTube is still playing, it's just off to the side. You can always drag it back over when you're ready to see it in a larger view. If you want to get rid of YouTube, you're going to just tap on that window, and here, this button will enlarge it and bring it back to full screen. Now guess what? If I pause the video and I try to hit the home button, it's not going to do the pop-up video. So just keep in mind, it only does that if the video is playing. If the video is playing and I hit the home button, then it will shrink down into that small window. All right. So that's our first tip there, and a lot of little fun, smaller tips in between. Now for this next tip, I want to show you how to keep your screen on longer. One thing you'll notice is if I don't touch the phone screen for 15 or 30 seconds, it's going to go dim, and you constantly have to keep touching the screen to keep it on, which can be really irritating. So there's a really small tweak in the settings that will stop it from going dim so fast. So we're going to swipe down from the top of the screen. In the upper right corner, you have a shortcut to your settings menu. Go ahead and tap on that, and let's go to display, and then swipe up and go to screen timeout, and let's change it from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. This way, the screen will stay on much longer. You don't have to keep touching it every few seconds. And I would encourage you to turn on keep screen on while viewing. This will also keep the screen on much longer. The phone will be able to detect your face if you're actually looking at the screen, and then it will stay on even longer than 2 minutes. Now, for our next tip, for those of you that have used Samsung phones in the past, what you're used to happening is that when you swipe down from the top, it shows you notifications, but it also shows you a row of switches. And Samsung made this recent change that it makes the Samsung phones feel more like iPhones. So when you swipe down to the left of the camera, it brings up the notification panel. But when you swipe down on the right side to the right of the camera, it shows you those notification switches. Now, some people like this change. I'm not a big fan of it. And so if you want to make it look like Samsung phones used to look, where they were all in the same menu, and that one gesture just opens up everything, you can do this. Tap on the pencil at the top here, and then you're going to tap on panel settings, and then simply tap on together. And when you do this, it'll bring it back together just how it used to be. So now, when I swipe down from the top, I have the switches at the top, my Wi-Fi, my Bluetooth, your volume switch to control the sound or the sound settings. I have my adjuster for the brightness and my notifications at the bottom. So small tweak, but to me it makes a big difference, and it just makes the phone a little bit easier to use. Now, I want to give a quick plug to the new Samsung Galaxy Watch 8. This is the latest watch from Samsung, and it is such a nice watch. They've changed the style. It's got a longer battery life, and it has a new running coach as well, along with some other really fun tracking features that will help you just stay dialed into all your health stats. I use it every day, and it's just a really great watch. So if you're looking for something that will help you keep track of your steps, help you stay more active, track your water intake, this is a great thing to get. It is compatible with the A36 as well. And there's some really great deals right now. So if you want to look into one of these, check out the link right here. This will take you to Samsung's website, and you can see all the latest deals. Now, one thing to keep in mind, there are two models. There is a 44 millimeter and a 40 millimeter. I'm currently wearing the 44 millimeter because it has a longer battery. And right now I'm getting over 2 days and some change of battery life. On the 40 millimeter, it's only going to be about a day and a half. So if battery life is important to you, I would tell you go with the 44 millimeter. For this next tip, I want to show you how to turn on your always on display and how to customize your home screen. So we're going to kind of do two things in one. So just for reference, when your phone is asleep, normally you don't see anything on the screen, but there's a feature you can turn on that's called the always on display that will basically always have the time and other things displayed on screen even when the phone is asleep. So right now, the way it's set up, if I tap the screen, I can wake it up. But guess what? What if you just want to have your phone on the table and you just want to be able to see the current time? Well, here's what we're going to do. Let's wake up the phone. From here, we're going to swipe down and go to our settings wheel. Then we're going to go up to Lockscreen and AOD. AOD stands for always on display. And now we're going to go to always on display. And then where it says when to show, we're going to tap here and change it to always. Now, when your phone is asleep, this is what it will look like. It'll always have the time. Now, you might notice the screen is flickering, and that's just because of my camera, but yours is not going to flicker. That's just how it shows with my camera. But basically, now it's always going to show the time, which to me is super convenient because I don't want to always have to tap my phone or wake it up to be able to see what time it is. It's nice to be able to just glance right at the phone and be able to know what time it is. So that is our first tweak, just getting that always on display to always show. So we always know what time it is. See right there, it went dim and then it went right to that time. Now here's the second thing. When you wake up the screen, if you press and hold on the screen for 1 second, the screen will do this, and then it will actually allow you to edit your screen to make it look funner. Okay, so the first thing we could do is change our wallpaper, tap on wallpaper. And Samsung always has preloaded wallpaper, so I can go to featured and I can see some of the cool ones that are built in. You can also pull from your photo gallery. I haven't taken any pictures on this phone yet, so there's nothing showing here, but here it would show all of the pictures you've taken on the phone. And you can tap a picture from your gallery and you can make that your lock screen picture. And then here you have some other options, graphical and colors. So let's change it to, let's do this one, that's fun. Next, I can tap on the clock and then I can customize how the clock shows. So there's different fonts, different styles here. You can just kind of swipe through, tap on the 3 dots here to see even more options, which are basically just different fonts. Next, tap on the style, and you can have the layout look totally different. So there's a bunch of options that are going to be built in here, from very discreet to very outlandish. You can have a full clock on there. This is one of my favorites. I use this on one of my other phones, so I'm going to keep it just like that. I can also show the weather information on my lock screen as well, and I can have the date show above the clock like this, so you can kind of play around with it based on what you like. And that's a really easy way to just customize the clock on the screen. And you can also tap on add widgets and you can have additional information displayed on the screen. For example, if you wanted to have your battery percentages. Now this one is really good when you have another Samsung device connected. So for example, a Samsung Watch or the Samsung earbuds, you can have them all showing on screen. So you'll know if one of them, if their battery is getting low. And there's a bunch of other cool widgets you can add in as well. The next thing is in the bottom corners here, you have two shortcut spots. So right now what is set is a phone. So you can go right to your dialer and make a quick call. Or you have the camera and you can have a little shortcut to the camera. Well, later on in the video, I'm going to show you a different camera shortcut that might make you want to get rid of this one. So let's do this. If I tap on the phone icon, I can pick another app to make a shortcut. Now, some of you might really like this one. Make it your flashlight and think about when you come home late at night and all the lights are off. You know, you would easily just wake up your phone, or you would just turn the phone on and swipe on the home screen and your camera would just turn on. So that one is a very practical shortcut to add there. Now let's change the right shortcut here. If I swipe up, I can get to the apps. You can have it go to a specific app. Maybe you'll play a lot of Candy Crush and you just want to have Candy Crush as your shortcut. You can add that there. Let's see what I want to do. I think I want to make my shortcut YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube, so I prefer to have YouTube as the shortcut. Now I'm all done. I'm going to tap on the done button right here. And now all my changes are saved. And this is my new lock screen. So that's just a couple of things you can do to customize that screen. Now watch this. I'm going to wake up my screen. And if I just swipe on that flashlight, it's going to automatically turn my flashlight on for me. And I can swipe again, and that will turn it off. So again, obviously feel free to customize it to what makes more sense to you and the features that you use the most. And this is just kind of the avenue of how to make those changes. Okay, for this next tip, I want to show you how to hide apps on your phone. Maybe you have an app that has sensitive information or information that you just do not want people to have access to, that maybe people are touching your phone often. So let's say I want to hide my Outlook app because it has my work information and I don't want anyone to send an email by accident. I'm going to hold down on the home screen and tap on settings. And then if I swipe up, there's an option that says hide apps right here, hide apps on home and app screen. And I can now go through this list and I can select Outlook, hit done. And now that app is gone. It's no longer in my Microsoft folder. If I swipe up, you also won't find it here either. It is now hidden. So this is a great way for you to just, again, hide any sensitive apps that you don't want folks to be able to see. And unhiding them is the exact same process. You literally just go back to your home screen. You're going to long press for 1 second. Go to settings. Go to hide apps on home and app screen. And then there's a little red dash in the upper left corner of Outlook. I'm going to just tap on that. Hit done. And now my Outlook app is going to be back right here. All right, so that's just a really easy way for you to hide your apps that are sensitive to you. Now this next tip hides in plain sight and most people don't even know it's there. On your home screen, you'll see a little gray dash, and by swiping over, you bring up what is called your app edge. And this is just a shortcut menu for you to add additional apps that maybe you use frequently and you just want to be able to get to them quickly. Again, that little dash that you can move around, by the way. You can actually put this on other, like one. So just to show you what I just did, I can drag this down if I want it to be lower. I'm going to take my finger and just kind of put it right there for 1 second. And now I can drag this menu down if I want it to be lower on the screen. And this brings up, again, this shortcut apps menu. And if you tap on this little pencil in the bottom right, you can now select what apps do you want to be available on your app edge. Now, right now we have Samsung Notes, your photo gallery, the internet, your alarm clock app, and the calendar. Now you might say, hey, I want my Candy Crush because I want to get to that quickly. You might say I want my calculator and Chrome. So once you get to so many apps, it will split it into two, which is even more convenient. And you can go through and just select what apps would you prefer to have as a shortcut. Now, this is a great way to clean up your home screen because instead of having all the apps on your home screen, just have them in this menu instead. And this is super easy to bring up. That menu is always going to be there. Even if I'm in Google Chrome right now, I can still access that menu just by swiping around that little gray dash. So that is your app edge. Okay, this next hidden feature is a really fun feature. It's going to take a little time to set up, but it's totally worth it. Tap on the store icon on the home screen, and we're going to go to look for an app that's called Good Lock. Okay, Good, Good Lock, Lock, and hit search. We're going to download this app right here. Now, this is an app that was actually developed by Samsung that allows you to do a lot more customization to your phone. And it's kind of one of those like, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. It's a great app, and it'll allow you to do so many extra things to your phone that you wouldn't have even known were possible. So it's downloaded. I'm going to tap on this gray button to open it up. And we want to look for, so within this app, there are many apps. So I'm going to agree and hit continue. And these are some of the apps that are available. There's so many. We're going to tap on Navstar, and there's a little down arrow all the way to the right. We're going to tap on that and download that. We're also going to download Home Up. I'm going to show you two different things you can do. Again, there's hundreds of things that are built in here, and we don't have the time to go over everything, but these are two that I always change on my phones. So let's go to Navstar and hit start, and we're going to just give it access. Go to permissions, allow. Okay, tap on Navstar, and then we're going to turn on Navstar. Now, you can change the configuration of your buttons at the bottom of the screen here. So right now we have our recent apps button, our home button, and our back button. Okay, so I want to keep my 3 home buttons here, but I want to add additional buttons. Okay, now the cool thing about this app is that you can, one, change like the style of the icons, but you can also add additional buttons as well. Okay, tap on new configuration, and then tap on button layout, and then tap on add button. Now, I'm gonna add a button for the screen capture. So guess what? If I ever want to take a picture on my screen, I don't have to hold down on the power and volume down button. I can just tap on this one little button on the side, and it will automatically do it for me. Now, another cool shortcut is to your camera. Now, you'll see here, here's the camera, here's the screenshot button. If I hold on the camera, I can drag it to the right, just like that. Now I'm going to hit done, hit save, and swipe up, and you'll find your new configuration at the bottom here. Tap there, and now here's your screenshot button. And here's your shortcut button to get to your camera. So guess what? I probably don't need to put this camera in the bottom right corner because I have a shortcut right here. You may want to put something else right there. I'm going to remove that. And instead, let's put a shortcut to our Play Store so it's easier for us to download new apps. There you go. So that's the Good Lock app, and that app is super cool, and it just lets you, again, do a lot more customization to the phone. Again, I wish I had the time to go over all the things you can do in that app, but that's one of the big tweaks I like to make. Now, here's the other one. Now, when you tap on the recent apps button, this is how the apps show right now, which is fine, but within that Good Lock app, there's a way to change that. So swipe up, let's go to Good Lock, and then we're going to go to the other app that we downloaded within Good Lock, which was called Home Up. So if you tap on Home Up, we're going to look for an option that says Task Changer. First, turn this on. Turn on Task Changer. Tap on there. This is our current style, which is called Tilt Stack. There's 3 other options here. One is Grid. So you can see a lot more of your open apps at one time. There is the Vertical List, which is also really clean. and there's the slim list. Now, I also want to just call out a cool accessory that I use all the time. This is the Anker Nano portable power bank charger. Now, guess what? It has a little USB-C that pops right up just like this. And you can use this to pop on your phone and charge on the go. When I tell you this thing goes everywhere with me, I am like dead serious. I use this thing all the time because, you know, sometimes you wake up and guess what? You realize your phone was not on the charger for the night. And guess what? You still have to go and you got to do stuff, right? So I'll pop this thing in and know that my phone is going to get nice and charged quickly. And this thing can charge my phone just about to 100%. So if I wake up and my phone's at 20%, I can pop this on and I'm good to go. There is a battery indicator right on the front, so you can see right there. And each dot represents 25% of battery. So it's helpful to just know like how much juice you have left. And this is the port where you charge it, just with a USB-C. So same charger you use for your phone. So anyway, I'll link this on screen right here. I use this thing so much, I was like, I should tell people about this in the video because I guarantee you the day comes where you've either woken up and you realize your phone didn't charge, and guess what? You still got to get out the door, and it's going to save your life on that day. Another example when I use it is when the day is over, and guess what? My battery is at 20%, and I want to sit on the couch and watch TV, and I don't want to run a long charging cable to the plug. I can pop this in, and I can charge my phone while I'm watching TV and just trying to just decompress for the night. So that'll link on screen. Check that out. It's a great price, and it's just a very reliable accessory. Okay, next I want to show you how to send large files from your phone. Now, if you've ever tried to send someone a video file, you've quickly noticed how frustrating it is because guess what? You can't really text a large video and you can't send it over email. But there's a cool feature built into Samsung phones that will let you send really large files, or it'll let you send lots of files at one time. Like you might go to a barbecue or something and take 40 pictures and you want to send them out to everybody who went. This method is the best, and it allows you to send a ton of files at one time. So I'm going to open up my camera and I'm just going to record a quick video here. So go to video and I'm just going to record a couple of seconds. That's my little Wally guy, my little on stage little assistant. All right, I've got my video. It's 10 seconds. I recorded in full HD, and so you know what? Now I need to figure out how I'm going to send this large file to, insert friend, right? So let's swipe over and go to our gallery because I have it as a shortcut on my app Edge. Here's the video I just took. Now if I just press and hold to select that video, and then at the bottom of the screen tap on the share button, I can now share this video using Samsung's link sharing feature. Now we're going to tap on quick share, and then we're going to tap on QR code or link. Now, when you share a video in this method, it's going to take that video, it's going to upload it to the Samsung cloud, and then it's going to give me a shareable link. If I tap on copy URL, now I have a URL code that I can text or email or send over Instagram. It doesn't matter. You can send it through a message. And this is what folks are going to see on the other side. So watch this. I'm going to take that link and I'm going to just long press for 1 second and tap on paste and hit go. This is what folks will see on the other end. They'll say, someone just shared a video file. You can download it by tapping this blue download button, or I can tap on the video and I can play it just like that. So this file is going to be available for 2 days and 11 hours. So what you'll want to do is select all the files you want to send. You want to hit that link sharing button and copy that URL. And then guess what? You can send that out via text or email. Hey, these are the pictures from our gathering. This link expires in 2 days, so make sure you open it and download it to your computer before the pictures go away. And that's it. And that way you can send really large files to friends and family. It's one of the easiest ways to get really large files off of your phone. Now, what I like to do is I just take that link and I just email it to myself. I open it on my computer, and guess what? Now I've just downloaded all the pictures on my phone to the computer, like super fast. I didn't have to plug up the phone. I didn't have to do any file transferring. Like, this is such a faster way to move files off of your phone to the computer. So make sure you rewatch this section a few times just so you get it down. This is one of the benefits of having a Samsung account. Because you have that, you have access to the cloud and to temporarily send files in this way. So if you didn't sign into your Samsung account or you don't have one, create one now. It's free. When you try to share a link in the way I just showed you, they will ask you to sign into a Samsung account or create one before you can use the feature, just FYI. All right, for this next tip, I want to show you another way to quickly launch your camera. Now, we have our little shortcut right here, but guess what? What if your screen is just off and something crazy happens and you need to run and grab your phone really quickly so you can get a picture of it? Well, you can tap on your power button 2 times just like this. Tap, tap. This will automatically wake up your phone, and then it will take you right to the camera so you can capture that important moment. Now, this also works if you're in another app. Maybe you're in YouTube and you're watching a video, and all of a sudden your dog does something crazy and you're like, oh, get the phone, we gotta capture it really quick. Double tap on the power button. It'll automatically take you right to the YouTube, or excuse me, right to the camera app and allow you to then take pictures. This also works if your phone has a passcode on it as well. It's just a very useful feature. So this is called the quick launch camera feature. Again, you just double tap on the power button. Now, guess what? Some of you guys might be saying, you know, that's great, but I don't really take pictures on my phone. It's just not really what I use it for. I wish I could program that double tap to do something else. And guess what? There is a way to do that. So swipe down from the home screen, swipe down a second time, and then tap on the power button. And by the way, just so you know, if you ever want to just shut your phone off, you have a shortcut power button right at the top of the screen. And I'm sorry, I'm right in the middle of one tip and I noticed another. So just let me show you that real quick. Swipe down from the top. Notice you don't see the power button. If you swipe down a second time, there's your power button that you can simply tap, and then it will take you to your power options of powering off or restarting the phone. So what is also in this menu is your side button settings. If you tap on side button settings, now you can change the double press to do something else. So let's tap here. And here I can have it launch my flashlight. I can have it automatically jump to my voice recorder because maybe I record a lot of conversations and I would rather have it as a shortcut. No problem. You can even set it to open up the voice recorder, or you can set it to automatically start recording, which is crazy. So you might be trying to catch someone in a conversation. You may want to make that switch. So you have all these options here, or you can go to apps, and then you can select a specific app to launch when you double press. Maybe you're obsessed with Candy Crush. Well, change it to Candy Crush, and now whenever you double tap that power button, it'll automatically open up your favorite game. So that's a plan B in case you're someone who doesn't care so much about launching the camera quickly. You'd rather launch something else. That's how you remap that button. For this next tip, I want to show you how to launch the Gemini AI assistant. Now, for those of you that used these phones in the past, you might have noticed, well, wasn't it Google Assistant before? What's the difference between Google Assistant and Gemini Assistant? Gemini Assistant is an AI-powered assistant. It's a lot smarter, and you can ask it much more complex questions. So first, let me show you how to launch it. You're going to hold down the power button for 1 second. You'll see this pop up, and then you can begin talking to interact with Gemini. And another cool thing is you can actually upload pictures into Gemini, and then you can ask it questions about the picture. So watch this. I'm going to tap the plus, and I'm going to add a picture to the conversation. Tap on camera. And now I'm going to take a picture of my guy Wally right here. So watch that. I just took a picture of this. I'm going to attach this picture, and now I'm going to ask it a question about the picture. Hey Gemini, what Disney character is this?
Based on the image, the Disney character is Wall-E. He's holding the small plant he found, which is a key part of the movie's story.
So obviously that's a dinky example, but it's kind of cool. That's like a very basic example of something you can do. Now here's a more elaborate example. I'm going to take a picture of my earbuds here. Now this time I'm just snapping the picture just in the camera. Now let's go back to our AI assistant. We're going to hold our power button here. Tap on the plus.
Please specify your request.
Just know that when you first open it, it's always going to start listening. So sometimes you have to stop it first and then you can upload something. So let's hit the plus. Tap on the gallery. And then let's select the earbuds. And now I can ask you the question about that. Hey Gemini, I have these earbuds, but I can't seem to figure out how to pair them with my phone. Can you help?
I can definitely help with that. It looks like you have a pair of Google Pixel Buds. Here are the steps to pair them with your phone. 1. Open the case. Make sure both earbuds are in.
All right, so we won't listen to the whole thing, but basically, like the coolest part, and some of you may have seen the commercial, with Gemini, you can upload pictures and then you can ask it more detailed questions. Now, the way Google Assistant used to work is that it would always recommend like a website, or it would recommend like what you would see if you search this in Google. Gemini is a lot more intuitive and it's more personal. So like right now, it could have taken me to Google's website that had the steps. Instead, it found the steps online and now it's laying the steps out for me, and it's going to say the order of the steps for me that I can follow. So Gemini is super cool, and it's going to allow you to just ask a lot more and get more help than you would have gotten from the normal assistant. Now, what's going to happen to you, because this happened to me, you might hit a button and click away from the instructions, and you say, dang it, how do I get back? I want to see what it was telling me. Well, swipe up and look for your Gemini app, and basically just open this up and then tap on the hamburger menu in the upper left corner. And here you can access all your past searches. So here you'll see these were some of my searches. So here you can see all the latest searches I did with Gemini. There's also a search box. You can search for a specific conversation that you had or a specific request. So that is the Gemini Assistant. Super helpful. I encourage you to start using it. You'd be surprised the things it can help you with. Okay, for our next tip, I want to show you how to stop the apps from moving on your home screen. Some of you guys may have noticed this happen where you might have put apps in a certain spot and the apps get moved around. Like all of a sudden one day, this app is all the way up here, and then this app got removed. So here's one settings tweak to make that's going to lock the apps in place so they will not move. Long press on the home screen, go to settings. You're going to swipe up and look for the option that says lock home screen layout. Now, when you do this, guess what? If I try to pick this app up and move it, it won't let me move it. Home screen layout is locked. You can unlock it by doing this. Now, I had to turn this on my mom's phone because she just always moves the apps around and then she never puts them back, and then she gets confused and she can't find anything. So just locking the home screen is a great way to keep the apps from moving around. All right. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you guys found this helpful. Again, the goal was just to provide a lot of really cool, helpful tips to someone who is newer to this phone. So if you found any of these tips helpful, here is a small request I have as a way of showing thank you. First, if you can bump the like button down below, because that really is going to help YouTube to know people like the video, and then they'll push it to more people. Second, leave me a comment and let me know what tip or tips were the most helpful. I always love to hear your feedback, and so a quick comment would be super helpful. Number 3, if you can subscribe to the channel, because I have more videos coming on the A36. That also would be really helpful. And lastly, if you just want to show more appreciation, you can always go to the description and buy me a cup of coffee. Totally appreciate that. All right. I'll link here to my playlist that has all my other videos on the A36. And here I'll link to another really helpful video as well. Thanks again for watching. Take care. And as always, have a good one.